an artist that's just starting out? What advice do you have? And I thought that her answer was it was like, ooh, that's it. I'm going to adopt that advice. And her answer was, don't ever follow my footsteps. They're not the same as yours. So don't compare me to you or you to me. We all have our own path. And when I read that, I was in a moment in my life where I was searching everywhere for validation and for approval to know that what I was doing was correct and what I was doing was legitimate enough. And when she said that, that kind of cut the umbilical cord to that insecurity. And it doesn't matter where you are at what point. It just matters in this, artistic journey. Why do you do it? What are you seeking? Are you seeking passion? Are you seeking, what are you seeking? Are you seeking fame? It all depends on the path you're walking on, and you really need to evaluate what you're going after, And I think that quote kind of it humbled me a lot, because then I had to learn what I was going for. What exactly did I want? And I think once I figured that out, I wouldn't say it became easier, but everything became just clear in my intention, and I could go harder and harder with my intention, with what I want, right? So that's the quote that I live by. Okay, this is a loaded question. We're going straight into it. What is something you learned about yourself while filming? That's a great. Oh, look at that, guys. That's the water that we want. You see? Like a lot of water. A lot of water, because I want the chicken to cook in the water. Sorry. Okay. So what is something that I learned? I think I'm just going to spitball here. I learned many things. As cliche as it sounds, and honestly, there are no wrong answers, so I don't know why I'm being hesitant to answer these questions. I think one thing that really stuck with me, and it's something you might have heard before other people say, but I understood it for myself in a completely different level, was that everything that I'm made of, everything, my heart, my mind, my intentions, pure intentions, is enough for what I'm doing, is enough to go further into what I want to do, to take chances, to take risks, and that's another thing that I learned too, to take risks, not play safe, because you are enough, because everything that you do is already powerful because you are powerful. And I think once you recognize your own power, you will see that it's not far. I think the direction where we try to go is outward. Where can I find, and how can I be good enough? The direction is not out. The direction is right here, body, soul, everything. So I think that's a little something I kind of climbed a little mountain to go through. But it's worth it, and it's not something I personally, this is my own experience, it's something that I'm finding out every day. It's something that I'm doing every day. It's something that sometimes I go up, sometimes I go down, sometimes I have moments of clarity where where I'm doing great. Sometimes I cloud it as hell, and I just need a time off. And that's when I need to recalibrate and, and really strive to really try, because it does take work. It does take work. It took work for me. It took work for me. And it does take work, because it's a constant practice. Constant practice. Constant practice. Okay, that's that question. No, not that question, because I think the right answer. So here's another question. So we know Ronan loves Harry Styles. Yes, he does. Does Rafael have an artist he's passionate about, like Ronan? I don't have one passionate. I'm not passionate about one particular artist, to be quite honest. I love all types of music. I think people sing about their own experience, and I learn about the singers and their culture and their intentions through what they sing, because it's clear what they sing and what they live through. So, and I like learning about people, cultures, and all of those things. If it makes my heart sing, and if the song makes my heart sing, then I like it. Doesn't matter what language you're speaking. Doesn't matter what where you're from. I have this song in Brazil. There was this novela that was called, and my Brazilian fans they'll recognize it. It's called O Clone. O Clone, the clone. It translates, and there was this one song that marked my childhood, because this telenovela was supposedly taking place in Saudi Arabia, and but it actually took place in Brazil, but it was imitation. But and it was about a guy that was separated from his twin at an early age, and I forget the story. But going back to music, this telenovela had, and this is when I was like, I don't know, 6, 7, and this telenovela marked my childhood because this song was in Arabic, and it was everywhere, right? And I had no idea what the guy was saying, but the melody was so catchy, it was so beautiful that I would walk into the grocery store, where back then they also sold like CDs. It was kind of like a Sam's Club in America, or like a Costco, or and I used to walk in, try to find the CD player, and I used to just try to find the CD player where he said the telenovela's name, and if it had that song. And you remember back then where they put the CDs inside the machine, and you could just pick up the headphones and listen. You go through each song to see if it was the song that you liked, so I understood nothing that guy was saying in the song. I think it was Arabic, but the song was catchy, and that's something that marked my childhood. So really, long answer to one question. No, I don't have a favorite singer, anybody. I think I learn as I go along. Okay. This chicken's coming along, though. See this? This is what we want. Water, 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 water in the chicken. Kind of sweating here. All right. Oh, by the way, people that are asking about the music, this is the playlist that I created. If you guys are interested, I posted about it a couple weeks ago. You can go to my Instagram page, and there I have the link, so you can go to my the playlist, whatever, on Spotify. Hope you like it. It's what I like. Okay. Oh, this is nice. Tell us about the day you got the call you were cast in 911 Lone Star. So let me tell you something. So the entire audition process was I felt very detached from it. Right. It was my first testing for a TV show. My first like legitimate like, whoa, I'm about to like walk into this very legitimate place, to the Fox lot. Oh my God, that was a mine. But I'm very glad that I was very detached from everything. My mentality was, so from New York, right? Flew to New York. And my mentality was, okay, I'm being called for this audition. They're clearly interested. I was one of two people. I was one of three people. But when I got there, it was only me and this other guy up for the role. And when I got to LA, I went to my hotel room, practiced the sides for like 6 hours, went to sleep, woke up. I had to run on the treadmill in the hotel because I was just super energetic. And then I went back, revised the sides, and I just remained very detached from everything. Not really impressed, not really allowing myself to be amazed by being in LA or in the Fox lot. I was just like, it's great to be here. I'm already winning. They like me. What else do I have to try? Well, just stay focused. So I stayed focused throughout the entire thing. I walked into the audition, and I did the first scene, which was just by myself. I did so I had 4 scenes. 2 scenes by myself, 2 scenes with Ronan. The 2 first scenes were by myself, and there were execs there, casting director, Eric. Hi, Eric. He's a lovely human being. It was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. And so I walked in, I did my thing. Ronan walks in, we do our scenes, goes great. And I am shitting my pants because, and I think I've mentioned this story before, I'm shitting my pants because the audition didn't feel like an audition. It just felt like a conversation with the person next to me, and I had never experienced that before. So I was like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, I just completely blew this thing, completely. So I grabbed my bags because I was ready to go back to a friend's place here. He allowed me to stay for till the end of the week. So I had like 2 carry-ons just going, and I sprinted to the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom, closed the door to the stall, and just sat down in the corner and started crying. Because at that moment, I allowed myself to really want the job and really want the experience. And so I was just like, all right, I'm done crying. Gave myself 10 minutes, walked out onto the Fox lot. I saw all the sets, all those like huge freaking warehouses where all the sets are. And I was just like, oh, Jesus. Well, it was nice while it lasted, whatever. Let's on to the next one. Day after, I'm in the movie theater. I'm like, I'm just going to go, it's a movie by myself. Enjoy while I'm in LA. And I'm sitting by myself in the theater. There are 4 people behind me, all the way in the back, and it's just us 5. Just us 5. My agent calls me, along with my manager. And what happens is my agent says, so, whatever you did there, in the room, it worked. And I was like, what do you mean it worked? He was like, you got the job. And I stopped and I was like, what? He's like, Rafael, you got the job. And I was like, okay, all right. And then I started bawling my eyes out. Yeah. So that was my experience getting the call. Going back to the chicken here. Do you guys see? I'm going to show you that the water kind of already went away, evaporated. And you see how the chicken is already getting a little bit softer. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to add some more water in order for the chicken to be tender. All right. There you go. Just 1 cup. 1 cup of water. Here. See this? There's more chicken. Oh, this is interesting.